10th Planet Austin.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to 10PATX Radio. I'm here with a special guest. Not a guest. I would almost say co-host, but we're working on the contract. Erik, Esik, Melland.
Hello, world.
And universe.
Universe. And everything else that's out there beyond our knowledge.
Don't even start. Don't even get into it. We're going to stop right now.
I know. It's a big subject there.
I'm here with he goes by many names. He's got the Steel Mace King, the Steel Mace Master, that long-haired guy that works in the academy.
I think you get that too, though.
Sometimes I get that one.
When I'm like doing something, someone goes, "Hey, Curtis," and I turn around, they're like, "Oh, sorry, I don't even know who you are."
Yeah, you're not as beautiful, or you're more beautiful.
I don't.
One of those two.
I don't get that.
The other thing they call you is the Viking Ninja.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the most fitting.
Viking Ninja.
Because you do, sometimes you get labeled just the mace guy, but you do it all.
Yeah. I'm trying to break the ice with that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the mace is particularly the tool that I would love to use every day. But to keep it real, I do know everything out there with the kettlebells, the steel clubs, med balls, you name it, whatever it is. Battle ropes. I just pick things up and get creative. But at the same time, I use the math of Onnit Academy system, the science of it, to apply it and be disciplined with it. And towards that dedication comes greater results. So I am that living proof only because, I'm an old guy.
Yeah, as silly as we might be sometimes, Esik is a scientist. He takes his practice very, very seriously.
Because I want to live long, man.
And he's emotional about the mace. The mace is like part of his heart, part of his soul. He's poured his life, a good portion of his life, into this tool and how it can help people out. So we're saying mace. I'm saying Steel Mace King. I'm saying Viking Ninja. What is the mace? What is the mace?
So a mace has a long handle, okay? And with the long handle at the very end is a steel mace head. It's a very dense circular sphere type weight. And when you start rotating this thing around your body with the grip at the very end of the handle, you start to get challenged with your stability. Your nervous system starts to shut off. Your fear in your mind, your confidence level goes down just because some tool is taking you away from your greater being. So this small tool that weighs 10, 15 pounds is.
What was a 7-pounder too? Even
there's a 7-pounder in there too with the thinner grip, but even that, to take your 100+ body and own it, you're letting a 10-pound steel mace own your 100+ pound body.
Just to clarify, the steel mace is a training tool that resembles a sledgehammer,
right?
But it's got a sphere in the end. It's a mace, like you would see in medieval times,
right?
Maybe spiked up on the end.
But there's no chain. Yeah. Just a long handle, and it's just like tire slamming, right? But obliterating, and there's a lot of force with it. But you're trying to stop the force with counter rotation, and that what I've developed with that, man, it's a very nasty system, but a very good feedback tool for your CNS.
But you don't have to be doing some kind of crazy Mace 360 swing or walking 360. You can start out with basic things like squats and lunges, things that people already know.
Right.
But the mace can improve those basic things.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're totally right, man. I see a lot of people try to mimic steel mace moves off the internet, and I get it. Everybody wants to learn and do and experience and explore. But the results of it is, if you practice bad habits and continue doing it the way where you looked at the movement on YouTube, but you're not dissecting the cues correctly, you're going to find that there's going to be wear and tear in your body. You're going to find that your spine is misaligned. You're going to find a lot of imbalances that you're trying to take out that you just kind of created more of.
So you can open the door for some imbalances if you don't know what you're doing with the mace. So you recommend?
I recommend slowing it down. So I go by 3 steps: anti-rotation, and if you're good at sealing your structure, go into a counter rotation, and that has a lot of cues within that that section. And then you can go to this purposeful rotation, which allows you to be very creative. But at the same time, I can look at somebody's movement with a steel mace and see everything wrong with them from head to toe and say, you have issues here, 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 and there. We're going to work on these.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So it's a great feedback tool to challenge the nervous system, but also in an offset way, giving you an offset position.
You've been fortunate to work with a lot of the On-It pros, Cowboy Cerrone, most recently Tyron Woodley.
Cody Garbrandt.
Cody Garbrandt.
Todd Duffy.
Todd Duffy. It's an extensive list. And those are just the MMA guys. But we also have a variety of other like non-MMA athletes that come through, a lot of other VIPs that come through. And well, let's focus on the MMA guys. What do you see most common in MMA guys, and how does the mace right away help out an MMA guy? Why would an MMA guy or a jiu-jitsu guy want to jump on the mace program?
Because MMA athletes, jiu-jitsu athletes, they are not just doing what a pitcher in baseball does all day, just throwing the same technique. You guys have techniques everywhere. You have to, for instance, jiu-jitsu, you have to roll around to know where to find exit strategies, kill points, choke points, arm breaks, whatever it is. And you're just science in the head, and you're in that science. You're in the science of movement. Same with stand-up. You have to get some striking in to get through somebody's limbs and blocks. And then you got to look for kicks. And then now we're at the ground. Now I got to do wrestling. I got to get up, and I'm on the cage. All these movement issues we go through as
what's a common movement issue for a jiu-jitsu player? What do you see? And me, my students, the guys that have been doing jiu-jitsu for a long time, what do you see most typical of?
Well, when you're on your back, there's no extension flexion going on. It's just all flexion. The extension part of your spine, or the spine, for those that do jiu-jitsu, is not practiced enough. It's not that they suck at it. It's just not practiced enough, so the posture is not able to open up and stay there being solid. So we practiced on stability, doing the other direction of pulling the spine towards the structure, so that way the athlete can identify the problem areas. But you have a lot of times these athletes that are really good. Like I have Cody Garbrandt, for instance. He's super strong for his weight, and to put a steel mace in his hand, he could take a tool and just move it. But if I ask him to slow down and radiate through the movement, now he's creating tension through the movement, sealing in where he's leaking strength through the movement. If you could find leak of strength of the movement, meaning if I took a step forward in my lunge and I felt a little wobbly, then yeah, there's something going on there. I'm not performing the movement right.
What I've noticed you working with when I see the athletes come through, Lee Kemp, Olympic wrestler, came through, particularly like same with Tyron, really high level wrestler, because of the natural inclination to protect your neck, to shrug your shoulders, to brace when you're taking shots and so forth, just to remain rigid. Right. The T-spine seems to be one of the areas, and the neck on combat athletes in particular. So the upper back and the neck seem to be fucking locked up on a lot of people. And I've noticed that you will use the mace to improve the rotation ability of the upper back. And when you improve the rotation ability of the thoracic spine, of the T-spine, suddenly your striking gets better. Suddenly you can relax your shoulders and your neck doesn't have that tension in it. So if I don't mean to step on your toes when I answer you, but that's what I've noticed you doing when I'm watching you and I see you working with these athletes. It seems like a lot of the guys that do the combat sports have forward shoulder migration, forward head migration,
protraction everywhere.
Yeah, and then using the mace for the T-spine opening seems to be one of the tools you prescribe a lot, I've noticed.
Right, and people look at it like, oh, it's a fitness conditioning tool for strength. No, this can be a recovery tool as well.
Yeah, like a corrective exercise tool.
That's right, and when you correct yourselves, you get to stay in the fight game longer.
100%.
Yeah,
your durability goes up.
Durability goes up insane. Yeah, insane amount. But it has to be cued right. It can't be mimic on YouTube. Oh, I see the motion, do the motion. It should be, how did he do the motion so smooth?
You can't learn it externally is what you're saying.
That's
so
right.
You can't watch it and learn it. You have to be cued to have the right internal contractions. Otherwise, you might be using the wrong structure.
That's right. Now you can try. That's fine. But don't embrace it as it's something to post online, and then everybody else sees it and they do the same thing.
I'll hold back.
Well, no. I mean, I don't mean for people that do it that way. I just mean it for those that kind of do it a little too overwhelmingly. Like,
I hear you.
Yeah, it's just
because the reality is you're swinging around a mace, and you're swinging maybe a 20-pound weight around your body. Mm-hmm. Not only could you potentially maybe hit yourself in the leg, hit yourself in the lower back, you might hit someone walking by you.
That's
so
right.
And if that happens, you're obviously your ego got involved. You need to take the ego out of the equation. Go back to a humbling experience with the tool you're trying to use.
It'll even
blood.
It'll really fuck you
and
up.
And then ultimately you get better at using a weapon. So you're like focusing on like improving your structure. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, my shoulders are feeling better. But now you can pick up a sledgehammer and
manage reps.
Suddenly you're about to kill somebody with it.
Like you just grab a mace and you just repping out kills. And
Esik, I've seen him walking with 2 maces, like swinging him over the head, and it's like the Matrix, man. You can't even. Where are you going to throw a punch because there's constantly a metal orb surrounding
shielding.
Yeah, it reminds me of some kind of video game bullshit. Just whoom, 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 whoom. Jedi.
It is like that.
It's Viking Ninja is what it is.
That's right.
And that's really the goal. Your goal you've expressed to me is to get us doing walking 360s like no problem. So we're going to be holding a mace, and I'm going to be walking at somebody, whipping this thing around my head.
It's like third dimensional movement happening.
So like
at its finest.
My core is constantly stabilizing against an object moving around me, orbiting around me, so to speak, as I'm attacking somebody, or moving back, retreating in defense. I can see myself deflecting bullets
with that
and taser shots while that's happening.
Even people shooting behind your back.
And then maybe you need to drop into a lunge and stab. You do
that's right.
You do the stabbing shit. So I think Viking Ninja may even have a Jedi component in there as well in the long term.
I mean, I'm a Darth Maul fan.
Yep, that's exactly what it looks like.
And that's why I want to do a lot of bow staffing.
Yeah. You also, I mean, Esik is also apt with the nunchucks. He's got a bunch of tools, a bunch of those. I'm surprised we don't have a class for nunchucks.
Yeah, it's all non-traditional. I focus on just what makes sense on a striking pattern with nunchucks that's got a chain in between 2 sticks or metal, whatever the nunchuck is made out of. But
homemade, make your own. Guys.
Yeah, make your own one. But the fact is, there's a concept to it. It's not just traditional stand in one spot and do your nunchucking. No, this has footwork. This has counters. This has deflections. This has every point of targets, and I can't wait to share it, man. Yeah, but speaking of Viking Ninja, like you said, you yourself have evolved. I mean, when you
100%.
When you first came to the company, and I'm not saying you were weaker, but you were definitely a different athlete.
Emotionally. I was weaker.
But growing with us and applying yourself towards the math of what we've done, we've been training for a while now. Your strength level is unbelievable. I mean, you can see your students. It's an immense amount of people.
Apart.
Well, there's so many of them. You have so many of them that believe in you because they see the fucking strength coming out of the mobility and power and the finesse of what you do as an instructor. So being a master instructor off the craft you do, bro, you know what I'm saying? You're killing it. And
thank you, Esik.
At your age.
I basically just show up at 2 o'clock with Esik and he tells me what to do. I just listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's really hard to do what I say, but he commits to it. And that's why at his age, he is the strongest person on that mat. And I vouch for that.
Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir.
And if you are one of my students, don't forget, you can train with Esik for free every Tuesday, 30 at 12:45 and begin your journey towards Viking Ninja Dome.
That's right. But that dome is the kingdom.
And speaking of that, the main reason we had you on today, or we're going to have you on all the time, is to promote your upcoming event. So if you're interested in learning about the tools and his methodologies and his mindset and how he's applying these tools, Esik has a lot of, systematic training, how to best program training, how to make it as safe as possible. Mm-hmm. But he has the other side of that too now. So it's not just about taking a novice. He has, if you're already good with a mace, and you want to learn the next level stuff, the Viking Ninja program has opportunity for both people. Like, where do I begin? and then where could I go with the steel mace?
That's right.
Yeah, and that's going down August 5th.
August 5th.
August 5th here at the On Academy is the inaugural Viking Ninja workshop, kicking it off with Andrew Craig, Highlight MMA, one of my best friends and a total savage. He's got a bunch of
cool shit to show you, man.
God.
I mean, he's a tricky ass fighter. You know, you look at him, you're like, he looks like one of those 90210 white boys.
He looks like one of the guys from Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah,
the better looking blonde one.
Man, I mean, I've never really saw that movie.
Or who else would I say?
I would say
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard.
He could be a Dukes of Hazzard guy.
Like
He's
Owen
like your
Wilson,
classic
like an Owen
white
Wilson.
boy, but like
Owen
Wilson though is not a
classic
built
white boy.
Built like
no,
Andrew
he's not
Craig.
built like. Let's just say the typical white boy.
Who was the dude in that movie, The Natural? Robert Redford.
Okay,
I would say he's Robert Redford.
Yeah, that's a good one. So let's just vision a Robert Redford. Now you see a Robert Redford
knocks fools out.
Yeah, and you have no idea that this guy knows how to fight. Yeah, you want to get all up in his face. He smiles at you, and all of a sudden things go dark, and you wake up in the hospital.
They go flash, flash, dark.
Flash. Yeah, they remember. All I remember was the flash, dark. And then they look in the mirror, and then their teeth are gone. Their eyes all busted up. They got a big choke mark right here.
They go on their phone, and they're like, World Star.
Yeah, and then they
see
them. Yeah, they see themselves on World Star. And Andrew's like, hyping it up by kicking him in. I mean, I could go on for days for this, but the thing is he is someone you don't really want to like.
And don't showboat in front of him either.
Yeah.
Don't put your hands up like, oh, hit me. Don't do that with Andrew.
No. He'll hit you.
Knock you out.
He'll hit you. But Andrew's an awesome guy. The guy is genius when it comes to science and MMA. All the stuff that he's learned, like the giving and the taking, he's gonna present it. He's going to say, don't do that because I did that and I got my ass kicked. And so this is good learning experience for everybody to join a system that has that. So I support him 100% on that. The Viking Ninja is an extension to that and an extension to...
So who's the target audience for Viking Ninjas? Who are you looking for? Who do you want to come to these workshops?
That's a really good question. People say, man, are there like only like certain people that can come to this workshop? I'm like, no. If you are dedicated to it and you stick with it and your heart's in it and you're passionate about this, then anybody's welcome with that kind of energy.
They don't have to have any kind of martial arts prerequisite. They don't have to be like.
I would say, some after this year.
If you've never done anything,
you need to go.
You might not want to sign up. But if you have been in the gym a little bit, you're already working out, maybe you want to add some variety to your life, or maybe you're a Mace person and want to take how can I apply this to martial arts, or vice versa. You're a martial arts guy and you're like, how do I want to bring the Mace into my life? There's so many reasons.
So many reasons and ways, yeah.
But I guarantee you're going to have a lot of fun. And you're going to learn a lot of cool things that you're going to apply to your current fitness regimen. Am I saying that right?
Regimen. I mean, Canada, Americana, whatever.
So how does someone find out? They go to your Instagram?
So, yeah, you guys can actually, Google Viking Ninja Workshop.
Yeah, let's get that in the Google search.
Yeah.
So help him out and Google Viking Ninja.
Google Viking Ninja Workshop, and you'll see it there.
And it'll take you to Eventbrite.
It'll take you to Eventbrite, and you can go and purchase your tickets there. Now, when you purchase your tickets there, I want you to say, I got my ticket, and there's a comment box somewhere in there. Say, I got my ticket from Curtis Hembroff's podcast. Okay.
Oh, we'll see if anyone actually does it. If anyone does that, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, because here's the thing.
It's the 10PATX radio.
Okay, nice. Radio, excuse me.
This isn't about me. It's about 10PATX. And you guys are going to see all the badass people we have at our school. It's a badass spot.
So remember, if you say that you heard this off of Curtis Hembroff's radio, the 10th Planet radio, you will get a discount. So coming to the event, it's going to be generally $175. It's a 5-hour course, and this is all heart rate going up the roof, but you're learning how to manage your heart rate going that high for that long, okay?
Don't scare them.
Don't scare them. But here's a discount. Instead of $175, it'll just be $100.
How do they get that discount?
Well, they have to purchase it online on the link where they go to Eventbrite when you Google search Viking Ninja Workshop. And make sure you
You can set up a code.
Yeah, make sure you have a comment. There's a comment box in there, or there's an email. Make sure you say that you found out from the radio here at 10 Planet ATX, because then I'll give you that discount. Not only that, you should probably end up bringing some gloves, shin guards, and wrist wraps, because Andrew Craig is going to take you guys
read the what the frequently asked questions below that. There's definitely some requirements of what you should bring.
Yeah.
I'll show you to set some discount codes up on Eventbrite.
Yeah, that'd be nice. So if you guys want to follow up on this, I mean, go straight to Curtis and
see me in person.
Yeah, see you in person. Send him a message. The thing is we want to take care of you guys and give you guys, a deal here. We don't want to break you off or anything, but definitely give you guys that discount. I respect what he does. I love 10th Planet. And
come check him out on an Academy. August 5th. What time are you kicking off?
We're going to kick off at 1:30 p.m., okay?
August 5th, 1:30 p.m.
And it can go to 5:30 to 6 p.m.
5:30, 6-ish. What are you guys doing afterwards?
Afterwards,
is there a UFC fight or something?
Afterwards, we're going to have a collective of everybody to come on over to a certain restaurant.
So it'll be a fun day.
Fun day, yeah, and have a good little feast, because working that hard, that long for 5 hours from 1:30 to 5:30 to 6, I mean...
You're going to work up an appetite.
Ooh, that appetite. And when you eat, you're going to eat like a queen, like a king. And
cool, man.
Yeah.
You guys better show up. Viking Ninja, August 5th.
August 5th.
So who else are you working with right now? You got some other projects going on? You got your own shirt coming out.
Yeah,
you got
Viking
your own
Ninja
logo
work.
coming out.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're a Mace hustler. Always hustling the Mace. You do some work with Hyper Sportswear.
That's right. Hyper Sportswear
and the Yeti team over there.
And Action Coffee.
Action Coffee.
Action Coffee. That's the one right there.
I mean, the main reason we're here is because of On It.
That's right.
On It is...
And I want to say, On It...
The king. A king of podcast sponsors, king of supplements, man. On It's just awesome.
On It's awesome. And I'm going to tell you straight up, there's been people out there saying, hey, if another job wanted to take you over, this and that, would you take it? I go, hell fucking
A lot of people
no.
throw money at Esik.
I'm like, look.
Come at him with a lot of stacks of cash.
Yeah. And I'm like, look.
This?
I'm like, that money can come and go. This company, this is my home. Like, I cannot be stripped off this company because, one, this company has Curtis's 10 Planet ATX, Bang ATX, Highlight MMA, On It Academy Gym with greatest
It's a real
trainers.
company. And a lot of supplement companies are they're just businesses, man. They're just trying to make a lot of money. And we're trying to make money, but we're trying to do something amazing.
Right.
Optimize human performance.
And then when you got On It, dude, and Aubrey Marcus, bro, like, that's like a dream. So, like, being in this is my home. This is where I stay. This is where I am your brother. I am their brothers. Those are my sisters and brothers.
Yes.
Like, this is all family here, and I take that for real.
So check us out on it.com. We got the dopest gear, the best supplements.
That's right.
And always some new cool shit coming out. And that's also where you're going to get your Mace and where you're going to begin your Mace journey. And do not forget to use code 10PATX to save 10% at onit.com. Code 10PATX. Man, we're going to be back on soon, so I don't want to get all of Esik's secrets right now. We'll come back and we'll pick on the childhood. We'll go through the teen years. We'll talk about your college volleyball career, your music. He's such a deep man. So much going on with Esik. What you do for your hair. What am I supposed to? We can't do this all day.
We can do this all day.
I need to keep it under a half hour so people will listen.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm glad you guys are listening. I'm glad you guys are watching, even on Facebook Live. My thing is, I hope you guys are always on top of your game. Stay healthy, stay fit, and I'll see you again.
Yeah. What are your life mantras? What do you live by? Give me some quick tidbits on you. Words of advice from Esik. Listen closely.
Okay. Live through your warrior spirit and honor your dedication.
You guys understand that shit?
That means
live through your warrior spirit and honor your dedication.
That's the Viking Ninja way. That's the creed.
Bam.
Bam.
Powerful, bro.
Right on.
I really appreciate you coming on.
Thanks
Look
a lot,
forward
brother.
to doing more of these with you.
We're gonna do many more, and hopefully I can be a little bit more funny on the next one. This one here is a little bit more like, yo, we're gonna
Just getting the hang of this. Still learn how to swing the bat here.
Yeah.
August 5th.
August 5th.
Come hang out with Esik yourself. Don't miss on Invitational September 30th. I'm sorry, yeah, September 30th. EBI is this weekend. That's this Sunday. Don't miss that. And then the Kumite, August 12th. Pumped up for that, man. Bruce, we'll see you soon, brother. All right, everybody in the world, the universe, the multiverse, the digital hologram that whatever the hell we are in, whatever this is. I'm just trying to make sure I'm happy and having fun and contributing as best I can.
The aliens in the sea. See that? We're going to go there? Let's go.
We're not going deep right now.
We're not going
We'll come back
DDC.
for that. You guys check out the 10 Planet warm-up wall. We'll see you later.
Hey, how about next podcast before we go?
What's that?
We talk about flat Earth.
Maybe.
Maybe. But it'll be all good. You're going to be thinking about me for a whole week. For real.